Your cruise ship has washed up in Split in Croatia and you're wondering what is there to see and do. Fear not, postcard and a pint have got you covered. We've got markets and Romans.
Orange wine.
And Romans. Christmas and even more Romans. In this video we'll let you know how walkable everything is and a few top tips to make your time in port more enjoyable. So let's get down the gangway and enjoy Split. You get lovely views from your ship across the city of Split. Tell us about leaving the port, Rach.
It was about a 2-minute walk to the port entrance, and as we come out the port entrance, there's loads and loads of people selling tours, city tours, walking tours, tuk-tuk tours, you name it, they're here. We believe if we turn left now, it's 5 to 10 minutes to the old town. If we turn right, it's the beach, but you know us, we're going to go and explore the town.
We passed quite a few more tour booths before we got to the road.
Wow, they really do want to sell you a tour here. Reminds me of Jamaica, but with tours instead of drugs. Let's go.
Leaving the tours behind, you'll find this cafeteria with some delicious looking ice cream, and then it's a lovely walk along the front. It's a really bustling port with small ferry boats loading and unloading. On the other side of the road is the bus and train station for those more adventurous of you. After about a 10-minute walk, you'll see the old city walls and a large outdoor market. We crossed the road here and enjoyed a mooch around the market. The fresh fruit and juice looked delicious. On our visit, the big gate into the old town was under construction, so we made our way through a little tunnel just to the side of it. And wow, what an old town it is. It really is like stepping back in time. The whole of the old town is built around Diocletian's palace, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the best preserved Roman complexes in existence. The palace was built around 305 AD by the Roman Emperor Diocletian. He intended it to be his retirement residence. It's now the living heart of Split. It's possible to visit all of the sites or just some of them. Tell us more, Rach.
There's different coloured tickets that give you different access to different bits, cheaper, less, more expensive, more. We've gone for the purple ticket, which gives us access to everything. We decided let's do the bell tower first, get it out of the way before it gets stupidly hot. Look at us. The stairs for the first bit are huge, and we'll take you with us for the rest of it.
The bell tower in question is a later addition to the Cathedral of St. Domnius.
It was built in the 13th century in a Romanesque Gothic style.
It's now one of the most recognisable symbols of Split, rising up above Diocletian's palace.
It's 57 metres high, and there's a lot of steps to get to the top.
But if you can, do climb up, as the views are incredible. Back down again, it was time to visit the Cathedral of St. Domnius. Each time you enter an attraction, they mark it on your ticket, and do be aware that shoulders must be covered to visit this one, but they did have shawls available for those who needed them. The Cathedral of St. Domnius is one of the oldest functioning cathedrals in the world. The building was originally constructed as the mausoleum of the Roman Emperor Diocletian. He was notorious for persecuting Christians. Ironically, centuries later, Christians turned his tomb into a cathedral dedicated to one of his victims, St. Domnius. It's stunning inside. Do make sure you visit. Next, we visited the Crypt of St. Lucy underneath the cathedral. Its cool and dimly lit interior has a serene and spiritual atmosphere. We then wandered in the ruins that were once the private quarters and temples of Diocletian, before a well-earned drink stop.
We stopped for a pop stop still within the grounds of Diocletian's palace. It's just beautiful here. We're going to go and see the Romans in a bit because we believe they may put on a bit of a show at midday. Could be wrong, but we're going to go check it out.
If you're interested, this was Hotel Bastina and was a minute's walk from Peristyle Square. Speaking of which, it's midday and the Romans are up. Over to Peristyle Square. It's all very pomp and circumstance. it. If Romans did panto, this would be it. Speaking of Peristyle Square, it's incredible. In Roman times, it served as a kind of ceremonial court where the emperor would appear and welcome dignitaries and his subjects. Today, it's more famous for being a location in the Game of Thrones, but however you recognise it, it's still pretty impressive. We've got one more thing to see in Diocletian's palace, and that is the Temple of Jupiter, one of the best preserved Roman temples on the Adriatic coast. It was built around 295 AD and was the place of worship for the emperor. It's only small, but well worth a visit. Included in our ticket price was the Treasury on Peristyle Square. This is a museum housing a variety of items from late Roman times through medieval and more modern times. We had a quick look, but didn't stay long, as we had the old town of Split to explore. Away from Peristyle Square, Split Old Town is a maze of quaint and charming streets and old squares. If you watch the channel regularly, you'll know that Wills is a bit of a Christmas fanatic. If you're a Christmas fanatic, may we present the Christmas shop, Split. Of course we went in, and of course decorations were bought. Wills even hung out in the window with his busy mate. Cheers! Something we really wanted to try out in Split was orange wine. Sounds disgusting, I know, but it's famous along the Dalmatian coast, and we'd seen a bar in Split where it was served. This is Boccheria, and this is Wills trying said wine.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's a bit weird, that, but it's quite nice.
Astounding review, as always. The wine is made from white grapes, but they are fermented with the skins on, giving you wine this colour. Give us your review, Rach.
It smells like it should taste like port, but it's nowhere near as sweet. In fact, it's not that sweet at all, but first taste I was like, oh, that's weird, but the more I'm getting into it, it's quite refreshing.
So there you have it, a local speciality, orange wine. From here on in, we just wandered. It's not a massive old town, so you won't get lost. We saw loads of quirky bars and passed a lot of ice cream shops, and as it was hot, we thought, why not? We ended up on Marmontova Street, which is considered the main shopping street in Split Old Town. From here, we walked back down towards the sea, passing through Republic Square. This square was built in the 19th century, during the Austro-Hungarian period. It's inspired by St. Mark's Square in Venice and is very grand. We were now back at the sea, and there's a lovely promenade along the seafront outside the old town walls. This is the perfect place for a bite to eat and watch the world go by. We walked along the front towards the ship and reflected on what we'd done.
So we've done a circle, we're back at the market, we went in through the old gates, did all the old bit, wandered in the streets, came down the main street into the Republic Square, and now we've walked along the front, which is beautiful. This would be a really, really lovely holiday destination. Again, I was slow to warm to it, but I've really warmed to it now, and you could spend a fair few days here. So many bars and restaurants, lovely little streets in the old town, and now we're going to walk back towards the ship.
We'd spent a good 4 hours in port, but once we'd got back to the port entrance, Wills decided that he wanted to explore the beach too. I was far too hot, so went back on board. This means Wills is now solo. What could possibly go wrong?
I just wanted to have a very quick look at the beach. So hopefully I'll find it, hopefully I won't get lost. So I just wanted to take a few shots just to see what it was like.
So remember from the beginning of this video, out of the port and turn right along the road. And amazingly, he found it. How is it there, Wills?
It smells a bit of a wee.
Don't let this put you off though. After the initial graffiti, you'll come to a rocky kind of jetty and a beach further round to the left. It would be perfect for a cool off, and Will seems happier now. So now you've explored, give us your honest review of it, Wills.
Walking back now from Backvice, don't know how you pronounce it, beach. Interesting place. It was probably about a 5-minute walk from where I left Rachel at the port. Lots of graffiti. Smelt a bit of wee as I was walking down there, trying not to get run over at the moment. And it was a weird sort of beach. There was kind of sort of concrete walkway for most of it where people were sunbathing. And there was a sort of little sandy bit at the end, a few beach bars, a few places to get drinks. And that was it. Everyone was having a good time into the, easy to get into the water. And yeah, that's it.
There you go. There's a beach option in Split, just 5 minutes from your ship. But at the end of a busy port day, there's nothing nicer than a shower, a meal, and then a drink up on deck, watching the sunset over the ocean as you reminisce about a day well spent. And that's our port guide for Split. If you've enjoyed it, do check out other port guides we've done. We're getting quite the collection now. We also have ship overviews and diary vlogs from cruises we've taken, as well as many city breaks and days out too. We've been Postcard and a Pint. Cheers for watching and enjoy your day in Split.
How did the ancient Romans cut their hair?
I don't know.
With a pair of scissors.
Oh.